Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in the province. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, Anhua Bridge consists of 11 spans crossing Bangkodam River. The bridge and road leading to the bridge are more than 62 kilometers long. The bridge had already opened for traffic before the Lunar New Year in 2022. The Project Management Board of the Transport Sector proposed to the Provincial People Committee to approve the plan to organize the technical traffic opening ceremony of Anhua Bridge, also known as An Phước Bridge, in early March 2022.
An Hoa Bridge project started construction in July 2019 with a total investment of over 399 billion Vietnam dong. Currently, the contractor is completing the items of banister, drainage, lighting on the bridge. The road leading to the bridgehead on the bank of Phước Chỉ Commune is more than 5.5 kilometers long and divided into two sections, including the newly opened section from An Hoa Bridge to border of the Lai Mai, which is completing the stone foundation, putting red gravel in, and board traffic clearance while waiting for subsidence. The existing road extension section is about 3.8 kilometers long, which has been asphalted. An Hoa Bridge is the work connecting the border communes of Trang Bang Town with the town center, shortening the distance, creating favorable conditions for traveling and transporting goods, creating driving force for economic development for Phước Chỉ and Phước Bình communes. The technical traffic opening ceremony will take place in early March.
Recently in Long Phước Commune, Bến Cầu District, the Steering Committee for the Implementation of the Youth Development Program of the province held a ceremony to kick off the 2022 Youth Month. This is one of the great activities of youth nationwide, which is specified in the amended Youth Law in 2020.
Speaking at the ceremony, Mr. Nguyễn Hữu Ngân, Deputy Director of the Department of Home Affairs, standing Deputy Head of the Steering Committee for the Implementation of the Youth Development Program of TANH Province, said that the care, guidance, training, fostering and orienting the future for the young generation are not only the responsibility of the Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union, but also of the whole society. The Youth Month is organized to promote the spirit of leading, volunteerism and creativity of young people to participate in activities for the benefit of the community and mobilize organizations and individuals to invest in youth development. At the opening ceremony, many activities responding to the provincial youth month were implemented. Units have awarded scholarships lighting up the dreams to students who overcome difficulties to study well in the whole province, with a total value of 150 million Vietnam dong, awarded the symbolic board of the project, lighting up the border patrol road with a length of 2 kilometers, worth 50 million Vietnam dong, started construction of one house of kindness, worth 80 million Vietnam dong, inaugurated an entertainment cluster worth 50 million Vietnam dong, organized medical examination for people in difficult circumstances. The total cost of the works and activities at the launching ceremony of the Provincial Youth Month was more than 370 million Vietnam dong. On February 28, at Trung Vương Primary School, Hoa Thanh Town, AGRIBANK Hoa Thanh branch cooperated with the Office of Education and Training to organize the program AGRIBANK TayNinhTV Safely Back to School. The program has donated 4 automatic disinfection machines, 320 mask boxes, and 80 liters of antiseptic solution to schools in Hoa Thanh area with a total value of 40 million Vietnam dong. A representative of AGRIBANK Hoa Thanh branch said that AGRIBANK TayNinhTV Safely Back to School is one of the programs in the social security activities of the AGRIBANK system in order to empower students to be safe as returning to school, contributing to joining hands with localities to well implement the prevention and control of the COVID-19 epidemic under the direction of the Prime Minister.
The audience, in order to encourage farmers to invest in sugarcane development, THANH Binghua stock company TTC Sugar are now an increase in the purchasing price of sugarcane for investment in the 2021-2022 harvest season. Specifically, the purchase price of sugarcane will be increased by 20,000 Vietnam dong per ton of clean sugarcane in the field on the means of transport.
Subjects of application are the entire sugarcane output delivered in the 2021-2022 harvest season, with the conditions that it needs to complete delivery of all sugarcane on the area side by the company and farmers, and the time of payment will be implemented after the customers finish delivering the sugarcane in 2021-2022 harvest season. With such good price, along with favorable weather conditions that have sugarcane yield to be estimated to be high, sugarcane growers are expected to have a double wind crop when bird of harvest is good and the price is high. And after this harvest, with a strong investment policy, many incentives in terms of capital, materials, and farming techniques from the factory, then farmers have been given more resources to expand their area, cultivation to increase productivity, take advantage of the rising market to get rich with sugarcane. Recently, the trade union of TANH radio and television station coordinated with NINH Football Club, Ho Chi Minh City, and the People's Committee of Trường Tây COMMUNE, Hoa Thanh Thảo to give gifts for the poor households in the COMMUNE. On this occasion, the trade union of TANH radio and television station and NINH Football Club gave 21 gifts worth 1 million Vietnam dong for each. At the event, NINH Football Club and TANH City Brothers Football Club also played friendly matches to tighten the solidarity between the two clubs. In the last time, NINH Football Club has regularly cooperated with TANH Radio and Television Union to organize charity activities to help poor households in the province.
Ladies and gentlemen, currently the COVID-19 pandemic situation is gradually under control. The pressure has been somewhat reduced. However, medical staff must continue to take on many jobs and tasks in the situation. They have gone through very difficult times and continue to be ready to overcome difficulties in any circumstance to do well in taking care of people's health.
In 2021, TANH established many field hospitals to adapt to the complicated epidemic situation, with a very quickly increasing number of infected patients, while the number of medical staff is not enough to serve. In that situation, the doctors, nurses, and medical staff had to work with an intensity that they had never experienced before. The district-level medical centers must both do professional work at their hospital and send human resources to serve at field hospitals. Many doctors and nurses have worked almost without a day off for months. Currently, field hospitals have temporarily stopped working because the epidemic situation has been controlled, but the doctors and nurses at Hoa Thanh Thảo Health Center and Goyo District Health Center had unforgettable days at serving at field hospital in the area. They completed their tasks with more than 200% of their strength. We face pressures every day, but thinking about the patients we can endure and overcome. If the epidemic breaks out again in the future, we are ready to continue fighting. We always try our best without any complaint. As long as we have enough equipment, we will complete the task. The doctors of field hospitals have returned to their working units. Hospitals now have somewhat reduced the pressure on the number of patients, but are still facing a shortage of doctors, nurses, and medical staff, so the doctors are still overloaded with work. Doctors and nurses continue to work hard to overcome difficulties. It must be said that in the last time, human resources are very lacking, especially after 2 years of fighting with COVID. Some have left their jobs, some have retired, while additional resources are limited. We are looking for a solution to firstly increase the quantity, secondly improve the quality so that we can perform well in taking care of people's health in the coming time. Not only the district and provincial levels have to make great efforts to overcome difficulties, but hard workers at the commune and world crossroads also have to overcome many difficulties to complete their tasks in the new situation. Currently, the management and treatment of F0 cases at home is still in charge of the crossroads health departments, accounting for a large amount of work, while the prevention and treatment tasks of the crossroads are still operating normally. Many doctors, nurses, and medical staff have been infected with COVID-19 in the past time, but after recovering from the epidemic, they have returned and continue to serve people health care. To say the current difficulties of the medical sector, doctors and nurses hope that we will continue to implement 5K, perform vaccinations on time, and comply with local recommendations in the epidemic prevention and control.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.